The End Dimension, a barren, eerie wasteland of endless voids, floating islands, and grand obsidian pillars where all Endermen are born. It's about time. The Ender Dragon needs a new batch of servants. You're born along dozens of other Endermen. There's no worm fear, no sunlight, just the ever-looming presence of the Ender Dragon and the chilling emptiness of the abyss. And yet, it's home. Endermen are not particularly talkative, so you're left alone to figure out how things work around here. As an Enderman, you know not to look into the eyes of another. There's no manual, no guidebook, just a silent expectation that you'll fall in line like every Enderman before you. Individuality in the end is not encouraged, or more so, it's repressed. You only have one function, to keep the queen safe at all times. And you're brainwashed from a young age to believe that that's the only thing you should worry about. But you're still young and need to master the art of teleportation to even be worthy of serving the Ender Dragon. At first, teleporting seems like a gift, the power to blink across dimensions in the blink of an eye. But quickly, you realize that it's less about freedom and more about control. You're expected to use it for one thing and one thing only, obeying orders. Stray too far, show too much independence, and you'll feel the wrath of the Ender Dragon. Your ancestors weren't always like this. Long ago, before the End was reduced to this wasteland, Endermen had free will. They built the obsidian towers that now house the crystal, sustaining the Ender Dragon's eternal life. They were creators, architects, explorers. But that freedom is long gone. The Ender Dragon saw the potential for rebellion and crushed it before it could even begin. Now she rules with an iron claw, keeping all Endermen under her tyrannical control. You look around at your peers, they stand motionless, their eyes glowing with the same purple light as yours. They're just as trapped as you are, but no one says a word, because no one dares to. There's a whisper of something greater, buried deep in your instincts, a faint memory passed down from your ancestors who once dreamed of a better life. It's not much, but it's enough to spark a tiny flame of curiosity. What lies beyond the end, beyond this endless void? You've heard stories of another realm, one with lush green fields, flowing water, and golden sun. But those are just stories, right? For now, you suppress those thoughts. There's no place for dreams in the end. You focus on perfecting your teleportation, because that's what you're supposed to do. That's what you were born to do. But deep down, you can't help but wonder, is this all there is? You're slowly but steadily mastering the art of teleportation and find yourself traveling to the other islands in the end, where you get to interact with other mobs for the first time. Growing up, you start to dream of a better existence, one that's not dictated by others. One day, during your regular patrol of the obsidian towers, you slip. Panic overtakes you as you begin to fall toward the ground. Instinct kicks in, and you teleport to save yourself, but something goes wrong. Instead of reappearing on solid ground in the end, you find yourself surrounded by blinding lights and vibrant colors. For the first time, you feel warmth instead of the suffocating presence of the Ender Dragon. You're in the overworld. You're so mesmerized that the first thing that comes to mind is to pick up the blocks surrounding you. You try to teleport back to the end, but it won't work. You're stuck in these foreign lands. Of course, the overworld isn't without its dangers. You quickly discover that players don't take kindly to Endermen wandering their lands. They constantly chase you down. You try to avoid eye contact, knowing that one wrong glance can send you into a rage you can't control. You're not used to so many stares. It is nerve-wracking. You're free, but you don't feel safe around here. You're no longer under the Ender Dragon's control, but you're still not safe. Everywhere you go, you're either feared, hated, or hunted. And then it hits you. It doesn't matter where you are, whether it's the End, the overworld, or even the Nether, you're an Enderman. You'll always be alone. The life of an Enderman isn't just about servitude or survival. It's about isolation. You exist in a world that wasn't made for you, under a queen who sees you as nothing more than a pawn. Even in the overworld, where you thought you might find freedom, you're still an outcast. You are feared for what you are and hunted for what you're not. So is there anywhere an Enderman truly belongs? Perhaps not, because at the end of the day, you're just another shadow, endlessly wandering, endlessly alone.